Now we got a Somalian tether, right? Hate black. I think that's your name. Hate black. I think
Shit,
he's
man. What up, Tariq?
right now. You're a Somalian tether in Canada, right? Or are you here?
I'm in Minnesota, man, with your food stamp.
Oh, that's a projection, sir.
That's
Because
that's a projection with the tether talk.
no, it's not because it's you and your big forehead family standing in that damn EBT line, and it's not us. But go ahead, sir.
Okay. But at least we ain't slaves. But look, let me get to the point.
The hell you ain't.
Yeah, we definitely ain't no damn slaves, but
Y'all being enslaved now. They take y'all from y'all little villages and send y'all up to Libya with the big old forehead sweating. Yeah, you slaves now up in Libya and Dubai and all those places. But go ahead.
look, we go through the same struggles as the FBA. What I'm saying is the Somalis. We need our FBA. We need our reparations, man. We need our money. We need our money. So I'm saying we need our
From who? You need reparations from who?
the same white man you asking for. You
How are you supposed to get reparations from the US government? How?
you asking them. You asking that question. So how you gonna get reparations?
Because we built the United States.
How
You
did
built
you build the United States?
you built a shanty town over in Somalia.
You didn't
So
build nothing.
yeah, sir, that's you who didn't build nothing. We built this place so that you can bring that big forehead over here to flee, sir. That's the
The
difference.
white man built this place, man.
No, no, the white man destroyed your homeland and you were two chickens
That's why
fight.
you ran away. That's why you're fleeing Tether.
You were the one who had to flee, sir. You had to flee over here to what we built, sir. And you're mad and angry and jealous because of that.
Weren't you saying you're against Donald Trump? So like I don't know why you're happy that Donald Trump's the
But I'm against big forehead tethers. And what are you going to do when they start rounding them foreheads up in July? I mean, in June. What are you going to do? I mean, not June, in January. I'm getting my months. What are you going to do, man? How's your family going to make out?
Tariq, what are you gonna do when they take the food stamps? Y'all gonna get hungry this winter. Winter's coming.
Sir,
Winter's coming. And
I wish I can get some damn food stamps. Sir, what are you going
FBA's gotta eat this winter, man. Winter's getting cold.
to, and when we eat, it won't be bushmeat. All right. We're going to eat good. Especially when the big foreheads get up out of here. All right. How they gonna put all them big foreheads in a squad car? I'm trying to figure that out. They're gonna have to get some extra, I know leg room, but they gotta get extra headroom to fit them heads up in them damn squad cars. They gotta get an ice van.
Tariq, what are you gonna do when you
They're gonna have to convert a bus into an ice van to get them heads up in there, brother.
what you gonna do when you can't get the hairspray, man? The black hairspray for the lion haircut, man, for the fine
Oh,
haircut. What you gonna do, man?
Lord, no, that's you need some hairspray on that forehead to bring that damn hairline down a little bit. You look like a baby octopus walking around Minnesota with that damn forehead. All right, that's
Tariq,
you.
man, I'm Somali. I embrace my forehead. You got a big forehead yourself, brother, and you're
No, I
using the.
a beautiful foundational Black American forehead, sir. That's because I get regular haircuts. I don't
They
get
they think I'm FDA too myself, but I tell them, hey,
I get regular haircuts. I don't get haircuts by a village with camel germs all on the razor. So it's different. That's why your hairline is
hey,
janky.
man, you go to some shanty.
That's why your hairline is janky. You got camel germs and hyena rabies on the
Nah,
razor.
don't lie, man. You go to some shanky barbershop, man. You get that janky haircut. You get the the janky low fit.
No, sir. You're the one walking around looking like an extra in Captain Phillips. You can't get no broads. The forehead is janky, and you musty. So we're very different, sir.
Shit, Tariq goes to the shop. He's like, "Can I get the janky? Can I get the janky haircut?" Shit, Tariq, come on, man.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now your jokes are falling very flat. Okay. Just like your mama's ass. Your jokes are flatter than your mama's ass. None of y'all be having ass. You got all that forehead and no ass. You need to transfer some of that forehead to your ass. That's what the women need to do. You get that forehead and then create a BBL for yourself. And you can extract forehead meat and put it in them flat asses. All right. All right. Let me get some more people in here. Hey, you in. You cannot say nothing about us and our culture. We built this thing from scratch, ladies and gentlemen. Foundational Black Americans are the culture. Let's be very clear. Everything about American culture that is fly, that is foundational Black Americans. I want y'all to understand and recognize how thorough and unique our history and our lineage is. We're phenomenal people. And Tether's like that. They got a bug in their ass about it. All that running and fleeing, they feel that brings a lot of insecurities out. And we stand on business. We know how to make it through the hard times as foundational Black Americans. We ain't running. In fact, during the hard times, we actually fare better than a lot of groups. Y'all know that? Because we're so used to dealing with struggling and all of that. So when hard times come, we're actually good. That's the thing about us. We ain't just gonna up and run. That's why all the threats. Oh, when Trump get in office, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be something different. No, hey, man, we ain't tripping. We've actually thrived when things got bad, and in fact, we thrive better than other groups to a certain degree. I want y'all to start thinking about history. Going back to hip hop, my movie Microphone Check. Y'all need to check that out. But when things were going down in the Bronx, when they were extracting the resources and basically turning the Bronx into a damn war zone in the 70s, Black folks, we stuck together and created hip hop. The Black people there, the foundational Black Americans, got their families' records. They all got on code and went out to the parties and went out to the parks and said, okay, we're going to create our own culture where we're going to respect each other and have lyrical and dance competitiveness. So during an oppressive situation, they thrived from it. Speaking of New York, even during the Great Depression, did y'all know during the Great Depression, many Black people actually did better than people in the dominant white society? We actually did better because you know what? When the banks crashed during the Great Depression, a lot of Black people were not as negatively affected. Black people didn't lose their money like white people did. White people lost all their savings and those banks crashed. White people were down bad. Black people, we didn't lose our money. You know why? Because they were discriminating against us. We couldn't put our money in banks anyway. They were so discriminatory towards us, we couldn't put our money. See, that's the the karmic justice of racism. See, you have this racism against a group of people, and then when karma bites you in the ass, that racism has insulated them to a certain degree from certain harms. So during the Great Depression, when white people were jumping out of windows because they lost all their money in the banks, Black folks, we come from that, especially foundational Black Americans. Y'all know about the mattress. Y'all know where my FBA people who know about that mattress, grandma's mattress. Y'all know where grandma and them kept that money. Y'all, my grandma kept money in a mattress until the 90s, all right? Y'all got them grandmas who kept that paper up in a damn mattress up at the crib. That's where we were holding that money. We had the money in the mattress because the banks were real funny style. So when the Great Depression hit, we were cool for the most part. I mean, we had some adversities here and there, but Black folks we weren't really down bad like that. And we start buying cars. That's why somebody did a video talking about how Cadillac got popular in the really 1934. Cadillac was a failing car company, and they were kind of being discriminatory, like a lot of the car companies were, and a lot of you know, they weren't really marketing towards Black people. Um, when the Great Depression hit, white people didn't have no damn money for no cars, and um, the Cadillac was about to go out of business. They said, "Hey, somebody said, hey, these Black folks still holding something. Let's cater to them." So they started opening up Cadillac dealerships in Black areas, and Black people start buying them cars left and right. That saved Cadillac. That's why Cadillac has been associated with black people. Also, in the 1930s, during the Great Depression, we opened up stuff like we had the Apollo. The Apollo Theater was popping during the Great Depression. We had money to go out for entertainment because our money didn't get. We kept our money in the mattresses so we could still go out and party and kick it. We still had the Harlem Renaissance popping during the Great Depression. We know how to circulate our money. We didn't have our money in the stocks and bonds in the banks. And we had an informal economy with the numbers running and all that stuff going on. So we had an above ground economy going on, and there was a thriving underground economy within black society. The street life, you had the hustlers and the pool hall guys and the numbers guys. When Iceberg Slim, when he wrote his book about his life, the his book Pimp, most of the stuff he was doing was in the 1930s. Yeah, his career was really during the Great Depression, and the game was thriving at that time. So that just puts context into a lot of things. Culturally, we've known how to survive during hardships as foundational Black Americans. We know how to get it. We know how to get it. So when everybody else is, pulling their hair out, it's like it's nothing to us. So that's what I'm saying. That goes back to um, the Musty Tether who called up with that fleeing mindset, who flees over here and then want to try to project his failed mindset onto us, like we flee too. No, the hell we don't. We stay and we make shit happen. It's foundational Black Americans. We know how to sit back and make things happen. Yeah, they can't throw anything at us that we have not dealt with already. So these scare tactics do not work on us. That's why we did not let them scare us in this last election. Yeah. Let me get some more people in here because we are in here deep. Let me see. Y'all raise your hand if you are ready to get on, because I do want to get some new faces in the building. All right, Richard. Let's get Richard. I think I've had you in here before, Richard. Richard the White Man. Let's get White Man Richard in here.
Hey, how's it going, boss? Thank you for having me, and hopefully you had a great Thanksgiving for you and your family.
Yes, indeed, Richard. And did you have a great Thanksgiving with the family?
It was all right. My mom doesn't make good turkey, but I try to not like give her a hard time about it.
Now, where's your family from, Richard?
From Mexico.
Okay. So, well, hell, did she make some enchiladas, some turkey burritos? I mean,
Yeah, she made tamales, ham, mac and cheese, pozole. A little of the basic stuff.
go. Oh, so what's going on, Rich?
Hey, Tariq, I had a quick question, and my apologies if I don't know how to say this correctly, right? But I've always been attracted to black women, right?
Right.
And I finally slid into the DM of one of them, and she shut me down and said, respectfully, I've never been with a Mexican. So I told her, I was like, wait up, I was like, why don't you give it a try? I mean, you have nothing to lose. And I referenced to her, and then she told me that she only dates women her race, right? So then I told her, well, as in my argument was like, what about all these athletes and like celebrities who date, like for example, white women, Asian women, who are obviously black men, right? And
Mm.
she didn't have an answer for that. So my question is, what do you recommend for me if I wanted to date a black woman, and why do black men, well, certain athletes, right, date like mostly like white women?
Well, no, a lot of black athletes. I'm gonna answer both questions. The first thing about the athletes, well, a lot of athletes, they still have their black women, like LeBron James and Jordan. They had black wives. But the thing is, black men who are athletes, they're such in demand. There's just so many different women competing to be with them. And the white women are very competitive. White women get in there and, they lock it down. They're just very competitive. So there's a lot of competitiveness there. But a lot of athletes and brothers do have sisters. Now, as far as you, You're saying that you want to date a sister and you're having some issues. I'm not a matchmaker, but I can try to throw some references to you. There's a person who's here, a black woman named T.S. Giselle. And I think T.S. Giselle, likes Hispanic males. So if you can look that name up and slide in them DMs, hopefully y'all can hook up. And if you do hook up, um, if you feel some prickly hairs, that's nothing. That's a new exotic look that's hot in the streets right now. So don't trip on it. But T.S. Giselle is somebody who might pique your interest. All right. Thank you. All right, just be careful. It's a whole heap of woman. All right, quote unquote. All right. So, um, if something pokes you, don't trip. All right. Yeah. So let's see who else is in here. We got a lot of folks in the building. A lot of people up in here. Um, let me see. Let me see. Shout out to everybody down there. I see Sister Brooke. I see Rashonda. I see lovely Wani, Professor Alan, Brother McCall, Red Joker, Nicety. I see everybody. Brother Marcel, Black Alpha. I see y'all. Nikki. I see everybody in the building.
Yo, this another clip of a Somali joining in talking crazy. They love bringing up that slavery line like they ain't getting whooped in Libya and Dubai. It must be the bananas and hyena meat making them delusional. But yeah, I'm getting tired of hearing Miss Jabuti's cousins join in. Yeah, but that's all I really got to say about this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and comment down below. Follow me on Twitter. That's where I'm the most active on. I gotta start live streaming more. I ain't did it in a while. So y'all stay tuned for that. And also follow me on Rumble. That's where I post videos in case they get taken down on here.